Were the deaths of a mother and daughter preventable? It's not hindsight. We don't talk about hindsight, do we? On reflection. So we've got Peter came to Strangeways prison via HMP Liverpool. Peter and 5 of his mates. They might not have been his mates. They came from the segregation unit at Liverpool. Let me tell you this is good etiquette, and for a reason. Quite often people in solitary confinement or in the segregation unit can be violent, disruptive and the like. You would not move a prisoner from one segregation unit to normal location. Quite often a change of scenery, a new prison, yeah, their attitude can change. So they may well be disruptive at HMP Liverpool, arrive at Strangeways Seg and behave, and after a week they're sent to normal location. That's no problem. These lads come from the Seg to reception. They weren't flagged up. Yeah? All 6 of them were a pain in arse and caused disruption while they stayed at Strangeways. Out of order that was, HMP Liverpool. So Peter, yeah, from day one on the reception wing, straight on the netting. In between the landings, Strangeways is a Victorian jail, 4 landings. There's netting. Yeah? It's not health and safety gone mad. Me, I won't want chucking over the railings on the 4's landing, the walkway, all the way down. Nobody would. It stops it. Yeah? Safety. However, prisoners get on the netting, we used to go on after them. Twist them up, restrain them, whatever, get them off the netting. That became a no-no, health and safety. So, the netting on the 2's landing, not much of a fall. If they went on there, you'd have to lock the wing down and get staff on. You weren't allowed on. In some cases, if there was a gap at the end of the netting, so this is netting horizontal like that, between landings. If there was a gap, and we're talking maybe 8-10 foot drop to the floor, you had to get an inflatable out. You know, one of these like when people are going to jump off buildings. Health and safety gone fecking crazy. So yeah, he was bang at it straight away. He was in the Seg. He was on another wing. He was fighting. He was assaulting someone. Hot water at someone. Came to the healthcare, Peter did, 3 times. When you land on a prison healthcare, you're admitted. Yeah, you can't just leave. You need to see a psych. So we were connected to Ashworth Hospital. The prison wing was just like any other wing. They had some safer custody cells, which were safer than normal cells. Used to call them anti-ligature. No such thing. Prisoners are geniuses. We had anti-ligature cells and normal cells. But to leave, you have to see a site. You have to be fitted that you're all right. You can go back to a wing. So Peter came to us, very, very disruptive. We had a lot of young staff on there, nursing staff, mostly lasses, nurses. Threatened them all. Yeah. Each time he come on, he was put on an unlock protocol. That means you need a number of officers to get him out. We put him on 3. We only, or mostly, only ever had 2. So he didn't come out very often. And he wouldn't be out with other prisoners. And we'd make sure none of the nursing staff were around. He was that nasty and that dangerous. In fact, he was deadly. Most deadly prisoner. 3 times he came to us. 3 times we had to take everything off him. He was on an unlock and then he'd get fitted by a psych. Now it's reported that Peter was a schizophrenic. I've got 2 friends who are schizophrenic. Schizophrenia is no joke. Absolutely no joke. Voices telling you to harm yourself, harm others. You need medication. Your body might get used to meds after a certain time, so they need to change them meds to keep people in a place, interview coming soon, where you can function. Terrible, terrible mental illness. It's reported he had this, so it'd be on his notes, I would be thinking. I wouldn't see that. But the nursing staff had known, the psych had known. Now, we had a few psychs. from Ashworth Hospital. Not a lot to say about me. I've always felt though, if someone was good, then there's no harm in praising him. Dr. Thomas were like me and thee. He was a psychiatrist, but he had common sense and he also had empathy. Yeah? He could tell when people were blagging. If someone said to Dr. Thomas, give me metazapine, I'm not sleeping, like the other psych from Ashworth, the narcissist, he wouldn't give them. The narcissist did. He'd lie as well. He once got a prisoner in front of him. I knew him well, big lad. Big muscly lad. Ended up on healthcare quite by accident. He was on there a week. I explained he'd need to see the psych and he could go back to the wings, get his gym and everything. He saw the psych says, yeah, you can go back to the wings, no problem. There's nothing wrong with him. I put him back in his cell, said I'd get him some plastic bags for his prop. You know, bin bags. We're allowed to say that? I think we are. I got back in where my manager was with the psych, and the psych's going, yeah, we'll keep him another week. I said, I beg your pardon, my manager, Mr. Samworth, I'll speak to you later. I said, no you won't. He's just told him he can go back to the wing. He needs to see him if he's keeping him another week. That's what he was like. He was horrible. Anyway, he saw Peter 3 times. So we've got a schizophrenic, unmedicated, bad behaviour throughout the prison. For me, they need looking at, don't they? They need to go somewhere for assessment. Don't have to be Ashworth Hospital. Could be medium secure. But 3 times he got fitted. He clearly was not right, that lad. And here's the thing about him as well. Here's the thing. And this is absolutely... It is so sad, it's unreal. He said he was going to kill his mother when he got out. We reported this, security information reports. It was all well documented. Police liaison, you have police officers in some prisons. You know, maybe looking at gangs and things like that. Linking the prison to outside crime. Police liaison, everybody. We did what we could. We did what we could. Because Peter said he was going to kill his mother. And here's the thing, I think people like Peter sometimes, perhaps Ashworth Hospital, not the hospital itself, but that site didn't want Peter at Ashworth because it'd be troublesome. Some people go, they're medicated, they give him a jab in arse, no problem. He would have been an handful, even in a psych ward, Ashworth Hospital. So maybe he didn't want him, so maybe he thought, yeah, we'll fit him, he can go back to wing. I don't want nothing to do with him. See, you've got God, you've got coroners, and somewhere in between you've got psychiatrists. They're never wrong. They can't be wrong, can they? Plenty of wrong uns in that place I saw, but Dr. Thomas, he was a good un. So Peter came to the end of his sentence. He got out, driving into work one afternoon, Strangeways, on the radio. Tragically, a woman had been murdered, and her daughter. Police were looking for Peter. He killed his mother like he said he would. He then went on to kill his sister. What a sad tale. Were them deaths preventable? You see, if he had gone to a psych ward or Ashworth Hospital or somewhere like that, where they can medicate them, they can force medication on people, maybe he'd have levelled out. There's no saying in the community he'd take his meds. Sadly, a lot of people who are mentally unwell, when they're in a good place, they think they don't need the meds and they can decline very quickly. Peter killed his mother, tragically, and his sister. I'm just going to leave it there, guys. Sad tale. Brian, God bless you all. Thanks for your continued support. Thanks for coming. Brian, you're going to have the final word. I'll sit there.